everybody, welcome back to another video, the T on MPD and relationships. Hello everyone, to all of my new subscribers and new family members. Hello, hi, welcome. And to my tribe and family at large, listen y'all, welcome back. Thank you all so much for coming back and of course watching another video. Fam, y'all know I'm always plugging our weekly live stream whenever we can go live in the week. Please make sure on, because sometimes if I have other things scheduled in the week, I'm not able to go live, but I'm going to really make an effort to try to get it done these next coming weeks, because I have some really good content that I want to get out for you all. So y'all make sure on my YouTube and Facebook platforms, you all have your notification bells on. Make sure they are switched to the on position so you can get all of the notifications that we are getting, that we're sending out from the channel. Even if we drop a new video, you will get that notification. All right, y'all, every time we drop a video on the channel, the goal of the day is 2.1K plus on the likes. If you all rocks with your girl, hit that like button, y'all. Come on, hit that like button for me. It's free. You know, please hit that like button. It doesn't cost you a thing. And it shows me that you love T and that you love the work that I'm doing here. So thank you so much for that. Y'all, get your copy of Seduced by Satan. It's pinned, hello, in the description below this video. I want y'all to make sure, if you are ready for that next jaw-dropping book with some real content, I'm talking about, this is not fake. It's not fictional. This is based on a true story. Okay. I want you to pick up your copy of Seduced by Satan today. All right. So y'all, let's jump into the topic of this video. I want to get right to it. I want to talk about basically how the discard was not meant to be the discard. Okay. You took things too literally, right? The narcissist did not mean for you to take it literally. I mean, you took that discard and decided to heal and do everything else, and now they can't come back. And man, I mean, you took it too far. Yeah, according to the narcissist, you took this thing too far. So let's talk about this thing. What happens when the narcissist discards you, but it wasn't really meant to be a discard? Yeah. Let's talk about it. So let's talk about this. Whenever we are dealing with a narcissist, I've told you all time and time before that most of the time when a narcissist is getting ready to discard supply, especially supply like yourself, that discard is not really meant to be what you think it's meant to be. Okay? The narcissist is simply taking a time out, according to them. Okay? It's simply a time out. It's a time of reflecting on how they're going to actually manipulate the mess out of you when they get you back. A time of reflecting on how they're going to drive home that future faking and all of that different stuff when they get back. Okay? To keep you locked into that toxic prison of a addiction ship. Yeah, that. Because it's definitely not a relationship, right? So this is not what you think it is, okay? Now, I know that the narcissist said some really horrible things, and I know that they did some really horrible things, you know, when they left. I mean, this is what they do, right? I mean, you know the drill, right? You know the drill. You're familiar with the way they kind of do what they do. Well, that narcissist called you out of your name. They talked about, you know, the day you were born, your kids, your everything, your health, your whatever, the wealth that they probably tried to take away from you, all of your resources and things like that. They ran it down. Let's be clear. They ran it down when they got ready to leave. They did. And, you know, to go ahead and surmise this thing, they just went on ahead and probably went on ahead and burnt that bridge. Yeah, they did it. They did it. They said some really horrible things. I mean, you know, they called you some really horrible things. But, you know, in the mind of the narcissist, you know, hey, it's not that way. You know, the narcissist is saying, I really didn't mean that. Didn't mean it at all. You know, they want you to believe that during this time, during the discard, that you're the worst person walking this earth. That they could actually do better than you. They have done better than you. And once you're gone, they'll do better than you again. Oh, yeah, they said all of that. They did. Because you know what? These backwards walking giraffes are so stupid. They don't have the ability to see what they're doing before they actually do it. That foresight. And they think that their skills and their ability to manipulate is so superior that even though they've said all of those different things to you and they've done everything that they did to you, that you are still going to be that silly, naive individual that they left. That one right there. So let's get it. Let's talk about what happened in that interim when they are now gone, right? They're gone. They did what they did. They said what they said. You said what you said, and you did what you did. Okay, it is what it is. Now, hindsight for them, I guess, is 0-0, but they gonna say 20-20. Because it should be 0-0. When I say hindsight, that's just all it should be. Is look, you looking back into straight nothingness because you won't be coming back to here. You won't be coming back to me. But let's go ahead and talk about it. So you took things too literally, according to the narcissist. See, the discard is not meant to be that. You understand what I'm saying? You asked too many questions, You wouldn't allow them to basically come in when they got ready. You wouldn't allow them to lie to you anymore. You wouldn't allow them to gaslight you anymore. You refuse to be put on the back burner and disrespected and basically called out of your name and everything that God didn't make you to be. That right there. And so you decided that you was going to go ahead and permanently do something about it. Baby, what you do that for? See, that's the problem. That's the problem. See, because what they did was only to basically fuel the fire. To not really give you answers to what was going on, but to make sure that it was a break with a whole lot of questions hanging in the balance. And you're trying to figure out who is this new person that just emerged out of this devalued discard. You don't even know who that is. But see, this video right here is for y'all that didn't even care about who it was. You saw what you saw. And you did what you did. And the choice that you made was permanent. And let me tell you what that narcissist is doing with your permanent decision. Okay? They ain't taking that too well. See, you took this too literally. See, it was what I said before. That's what they were planning on this thing being. But now you done took this thing too literally. You done went and got you some therapy. Now you done hired a life coach with a big mouth and a prophetic insight like myself. Yeah, one of them. That can tie that cognitive and that spiritual together so you can really get your healing and understand that it wasn't just you and that situation that you were going through. But let's go back to your childhood and talk about, let's go ahead and go to the root of that thing so we can uproot everything that caused you to choose a bird like that. Yeah, you done got you one of them loudmouth white life coaches like that. One of them. One of them. And see, now what you've done is you've made a decision to let that bird, that backwards flying pigeon with the feathers missing. Yeah, that one right there. Yeah. You have made a decision to go ahead and leave them in the wind, fanning with whatever it is that they got because the feathers is missing, baby. They got just straight bones flapping out there in the wind. Imagine that. All right. You did too much. You took it too literally. And now that narcissist is held up at a point where now they're over there with whatever supply that they have. Because a lot of times y'all done left them like this and that new supply wasn't properly vetted before they before you actually got up out of there. You made a permanent decision in the narcissist temporary situation. Come on here now. Come on here now. Who was the biggest loser in this situation? You done made a permanent decision. Now this bird got to cope with that. Got to deal with the fact that now you have made a decision to heal. You've made a decision that you're not going to answer the phone calls anymore. You're not going to answer the text messages anymore. You don't care what they say to to the other people and the flying monkeys out there. You don't care about none of that. You done ignored every type of smear campaign that they tried to incite against you. You got that narcissist literally spinning over there. Yeah. You do. You did that. You did it. And you know what I want to say to you? Keep on doing it. That's what I want to say to you. Keep on doing it, baby. Because, see, they played the game until the game played them. Yeah. But, see, you took it too literally. You did. You went a place where you weren't supposed to. You did some stuff that you weren't supposed to do. Oh, naughty little you. So guess what? Guess what's going to happen now? What's going to happen is you will continue to heal. You're going to continue to move forward. You're going to continue to do what it is that God has purposed you to do in this life. And guess what? They're going to be stuck in stupid and stagnancy. Let them stay right on over there. But you took things too literally. The discard wasn't supposed to be it wasn't supposed to be like that. You took it too literally. That's what they said. But guess what? They're going to have to live with that. They're going to have to live with it. But remember something. Why would trash want to throw away treasure when it's trash? Just know you are always the treasure, and you will always be the treasure. It is not your fault that trash over there could never make it to healing long enough and fast enough to realize the treasures and who they could have been. But baby, when they let you go, they let a real one go. And now that you gone, baby, stay that way. All right? Please and thank you. All right, family? So listen, y'all, I want y'all to take really good care of yourselves, all right? Listen, the discard, it was what it was. Hey, so you did what you did. And I'm glad you did. All right? All right, family. I love y'all. I will see you all on the next video, and I will see you all healed and whole at the top. Shalom, family. Peace.